Viewers sa YouTube, gusto ko lang i-present ang aking presentation at para magkaroon din kayo ng idea tungkol sa paksa ng data processing. Tara, simulan na po tayo. What is data processing? Ano nga ba ang data processing? Data processing occurs when data is collected and translated into usable information, usually performed by a data scientist or team of data scientists. It is important for data processing to be done correctly as not to negatively affect the end product or data output. Ang ibig sabihin ng data processing, simple lang. Pinaprocess yung data o tinatawag na input, process, output. Once data is collected, it is processed to convert it into useful information. The data is processed again and again until the accurate result is achieved. This is called data processing cycle. Itong larawang ito yung mga 6 stages na data processing. Yan po yan. Data collection. Collecting data is the first step in data processing. Data is pulled from available sources, including data lakes and data warehouse. It is important that the data sources available are trustworthy and well built so the data collected and later used as information is of the highest possible quality. Ang ibig sabihin po ng data collection, kung ano yung requirements na information na kailangan mo. Kuwari, sa birth certificate, yung data kinokollect sa birth certificate, kung ano yung name mo, kung ano ba yung address mo, kung ano ba yung email mo. Yun yung data collection na tinutukoy. At paano ba mag-collect ng data? Determine what information you want to collect. Set a time frame for data collection. Determine your data collection method. Tapos, collect the data and analyze the data and implement your findings. Yun. Tapos, sa data preparation naman, once the data is collected, it then enters the data preparation stage. Data preparation, often referred to as pre-processing, is the stage at which raw data is cleaned up and organized for the following stage of data processing. During preparation, raw data is diligently checked for any errors. The purpose of this step is to eliminate bad data, redundant, incomplete, or incorrect data, and begin to create high-quality data for the best business intelligence. So, ayun, yung data preparation, kung accurate ba yung binigay niyang information para ma-eliminate yung error bago i-process. Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng data preparation. Yung data input naman, the clean data is when entered into its destination, perhaps a CRM like Salesforce or a data warehouse like Redshift, and translated into a language that it can understand. Data input is the first stage in which raw data begins to take the form of usable information. Yung data input naman ay same din sa data collection at data information. Basta dapat accurate at dapat may assurance para di magkamali bago i-process. Yun lang. Tapos processing. During this stage, the data inputted to the computer in the previous stage is actually processed. The interpretation processing is done using machine learning algorithms. Through the process itself may vary slightly depending on the source of data being processed. Data lakes, social networks, connected devices, etc. and its intended use, examining advertising patterns, medical diagnosis from connected devices, determining customer needs, etc. Yung data processing naman, halimbawa, yung sa washing machine, pinaprocess mo para ma-remove yung dumi sa damit na nanggaling sa labahan. Basta work in progress. Tuloy-tuloy dapat siya. Yun yung ibig sabihin ng processing. Basta work in progress. Data output. Data output is the stage at which data is finally usable to non-data scientists. It is translated, readable, and often in the form of graphs, videos, images, plain text, etc. Members of the company or institution can now begin to self-serve the data for their own data analytics project. Ang output, kung ano yung pinaprocess na binigay mong data, yun yung magiging output mo. In other words, ng output ay yung results na tinatawag. Then lastly, data storage. The final stage of data processing in storage. After all the data is processed, it is then stored for future use. While some information may be put to use immediately, much of it will serve a purpose later on. Plus, properly stored data is a necessity for compliance with data protection legislation like GDPR. When data is properly stored, it can be quickly and easily accessed by members of the organization when needed. Yung data storage naman, lahat ng data ng input nakastore lahat sa memory ng storage para pwede pa siya gamitin para sa kinabukasan. Like yung sinave mo ng file sa computer, yung mga homeworks mo, documentation sa thesis. Tapos yung GDPR, ang ibig sabihin ng GDPR dyan sa nakalagay na meaning dyan sa data storage is general data protection. Ang ginagawa ang GDPR kasi is a regulation ng EU law ng data protection. Tapos dyan na tayo. This is the end of this lecture. I hope you guys na may natutuhan tayo.